Welcome to the foil, but about now. This is Danny Cohen coming to you from the Foil Stars with some Dallas Stars game day content today. We play the Vancouver Canucks here, and this will be our second meeting of the year against them. The news for you guys today is that Mikko Rantanen will suffer no supplementary discipline following the boarding that he was assessed in the game against the Isles. So I kind of expected that, and I'm glad that there wasn't anything there. He was tripped up on the play. There's no intent. In my eyes, there shouldn't have even been a penalty on the play since it really wasn't his fault. I understand that when you see numbers, you got to do what you got to do to get out of the way. But when you have been kind of tripped up, it's just a reflex to put your arms out. In my eyes, that's all that's happened there, and it's good to see that nothing more comes of it. Benn came back last game. It's going to be good to see him settling in here tonight. He looked very good to me in his first game back. He looked like he was skating even better than last year, so all good signals there. And we are coming off of that crushing defeat against the Isle, in which it looked like we tied the game with 0.1 seconds left. And in the second questionable call, in about 30 seconds, that goal was stripped away from us. An absolute heart stomper. And so here we are. We come to play Vancouver, who came back from 2-0 to defeat us in the first game of the year. They scored 4 goals in the second period, and it is a recurring nightmare of Vancouver comebacks going back to last year, where they had a historic comeback that we will get into a little bit more here. But before we do, go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, share, repost this, text it to a friend, write it on a piece of paper for your parents. I don't care what you got to do to get it out there, but help me, please. And so going back to the Vancouver loss of historic nature last year, we had this 3-goal lead. It wasn't a 3-0 lead, but a 3-goal lead in the third period with 1 minute left. And no one in the history of the NHL has given up a 3-goal lead within 1 minute of the end of the game. Beyond that, nobody's even done a 3-goal comeback in the final 3 minutes. We managed to lose that game. We gave up the 3, and then they beat us in overtime. So don't think for a minute that going back to April of last year is still not fresh on the minds of this team. And that's a traumatic experience in the sports world, right? So hopefully the Stars have gone to their therapy sessions, done what they need to do some yoga, some meditation, and help to erase that from your history, or at least cope with the wound that was that game, because we need the win here tonight. So the Stars are dealing with a team that is in the bottom 5 of the league right now in Vancouver. In my eyes, they're an underperforming team. They've got a lot of talent, especially when Thatcher Demko is in net for them. They shouldn't be where they are in the bottom 5 of the league, but they are. We've lost to them as well as the St. Louis Blues in the early season so far. So we've already lost 2 games to teams that we really shouldn't have lost to. And so for the Stars, they need to figure out this getting their spirits up to play against a team that may not be one of those games that you circle on the calendar. So Otter had a bad game last game where he gave up 1 bad goal, horrible goal, and then 1 probably he wishes he had back. So 1.5 bad goals last game out of 3. And so DeSmith will probably go in net for him. He's been great in the last 2 games that he's played. He's got a combined, I think, 1 goal against. He had 1 shutout, and the other game, I think he had like a .98 or something crazy. So, so for him, he also does well on the road. So, to me, it's a no-brainer. I think we're going to see DeSmith in net tonight. We've got half of our defense missing, so DeSmith is going to have his work cut out for him. We've got injuries right now on defense, Lundkvist, Lyubushkin, and Harley. Duchene is on LTIR. Ernie is also on LTIR. So we are shorthanded by half of our normal day-to-day squad there. Vancouver's got a big injury to Demko. They've also got injuries to Hedl, who's a great forward for them, very dangerous. He took a little concussion. I think it was White that got him. I think or Wilson. I think it was Tom Wilson that got him. And they're also missing a good defenseman in Forbert. A couple injuries to Bluger and Hoglander on their depth chart a little further down. So we're both dealing with injuries, and we had some good play from our AHL call-ups in defense in both Kolyachonok and also Capobianco, Coco Cabana. And both of them had a great game, especially Coco Cabana. So the Vancouver Canucks are probably going to have Kevin Lankinen in net, who's got a decent .890 save percentage since he's been filling in for Demko. And we're dealing with the number 17 ranked offense. Their leading scorer is actually a defenseman in Quinn Hughes, who is one of the very best elite goal defensemen in the league. He's got 1 assist, 1 goal, 19 assists in 20 games played for him. And Kiefer Sherwood leads the team with 12 goals on the year. He also led the league in hits last year, so you got to watch out for him in a number of different worlds. He can bring it to you. They've also got Pettersson, who's a great center for them. Brock Besser. Conor Garland is returning to action here tonight, so they've got a lot of tools that they have at their disposal to burn you. Don't mistake their lowly ranking in the standings to think that this team cannot hurt you, because they can. We've got the number 12 offense in the league at 3.2 goals per game. Robo had 2 goals last game. He's on a 3-game goal streak right now, 7 goals in those games. He's on a 5-game point streak. That is 7 goals, 4 assists, 11 points in those 5 games. He's our hottest player right now. He's bridged the gap between him and Mikko Rantanen in terms of our scoring leaderboard. He is now only 2 points behind Mikko. Just incredible heater that he is on. Mikko Rantanen, for his right, has also been hot. He's on a 4-game point streak and also a 4-game assist streak. So Dallas keeps rolling. We had 1 little loss here, but we had a 5-game win streak prior to that. So this is a team that should be still feeling pretty good about what they've done here recently. We're going up against the defense in Vancouver that is not so good. They are 30th ranked at 3.67 goals against per game. And that defense is led up by Quinn Hughes, and Thatcher Demko contributes a lot to the defensive numbers because he's one of the better goalies in the year, but he is out. So Dallas has got the number 9 ranked defense in the league now at 2.8. It's been getting better and better since the year has gone on, but you kind of have to throw away all the assumptions about our defense here tonight with the recent losses of both Harley and Lyubushkin. So Dallas's power play has been probably our best asset the whole year. It's number 2 at 32%. Jamie Benn will even help that more with his bumper presence in front of the net. So we've got another option on either the first or second power play with him. Vancouver's got a pretty good power play themselves at number 10 with 23.5% effectiveness. Quinn Hughes is the quarterback on that power play, one of the best at that in the league. So being without Lyubushkin, Harley, and Lundkvist, we've got less options to be able to throw out defensively on the PK against this Vancouver power play, so something to watch for tonight. Our penalty kill is ranked 24th in the league at 76%. It is our Achilles heel in my eyes. It needs to get to at least 80%, and the Vancouver Canucks have the worst penalty kill in the league at 67%. So our number 2 power play has the opportunity to really take it to them with that lowly power play that we're going against. So what's riding on this game is we've got a lot of divisional foes on our heels in the standings, especially after taking that loss to the Isles that we probably should have been able to win, but we didn't. So Minnesota is now coming on strong. They've won 3 in a row. They have a record of 7-2-1 in their last 10 games. They are now in the wild card 2 spot, so the early season woes for them are gone. The Blackhawks and Mammoth also play tonight. The Blackhawks are on a heater as well. They are 6-2-2, same as us in their last 10. Chicago is 3 points behind us with 1 game in hand. The Jets are in the same situation as they are. So you do the math. The gap can get closed very quickly with these teams that are hot on our heels. So very important that we get it back on track here tonight and keep winning games. I look forward to coming to you with hopefully some good news in the post game. If you want to reach me, I can be reached at TheFoilHockey. That's TheFoil hockey @gmail.com. Or you can reach me on Reddit at TheFoilHockey over there. Anyway, you guys have a great day, and we will be talking soon.